just wrapped up an incredible one-day mastermind event in Bali, hosted by William Brown, who's an absolute master when it comes down to organic marketing, Instagram, and generating clients this way, which is something I personally really want to learn. And also want to record this video to help you really understand all of the tactics, share absolutely everything that I've learned during this one-day event, including from some of the top players in this sort of the advertising, get clients online space that I've met during that event. So just a quick introduction as well about myself and what I do. My name is Konstantin. We specialize in paid advertising and high converting funnels. You might not know me, but I'm 100% certain that you've seen some of the ads that we've run for our clients in your Facebook or Instagram feed. Here's our website if you're curious. So we've worked with some of the top players like Gym Launch, ClickFunnels, for instance, which I'm super proud of to say, and you can check out even some of the testimonials that we've gotten. So what have we learned during this one-day event? What I thought was really cool, it was a very intimate setting. There was like 8 people max. And at the beginning, William asked every single person like, hey, what is actually your problem in the business? We wrote all those problems down, and then step by step, we covered each problem. William gave his own advice. And at the same time, everyone kind of like jumped in and tried to help each other out, which I thought was really cool. It was also my first mastermind. And I'm not intending to do big ones where it's like 30, 40 people or anything like that. I thought this was really cool because I wanted to travel to Bali for a long time to check out the setting and potentially live there for some part of the year. And there was this mastermind, so it was just like a perfect click. And that was personally something that I found, really inspiring to do potentially myself in the future. A mastermind where we're helping people out in a very intimate setting. But the main problems that everyone had across the board were lead flow, and we've covered paid ads and organic, fulfillment issues, scaling past bottlenecks, systems and operations, and also getting out of your comfort zone and some mindset shifts as well. Awesome. So let's cover all these topics one by one and kick it off with the YouTube and a content strategy, which helps solve the lead flow problem. So if you haven't seen William Brown, he has a YouTube channel talking about his business growth journey from the moment that he sold his online education business. I thought they scaled from 0 to 10 million a year, and then he sold it. He now lives in Dubai. And what I really loved about his whole channel and energy is just very genuine, very authentic. And that's personally what I really resonated with, because a lot of the content is just very, very crazy, big egos. And I think that this is the type of content that I personally watch, and this is something that I can produce and that I really resonate and understand, right? So that's I think the very important part of like how you do this as well, right? So once you've got a specific audience with a specific problem, you talk about very specific topics that those people are interested in. And the content structure could be as following. So William recommends, he's only doing one YouTube video a week, which I thought was pretty incredible, seeing his coaching consulting business grow so quickly by having this minimal amount of input, right? So he recommends one YouTube video a week, same day uploading on the same time. And on top of that, 1 to 2 Instagram reels, and focusing on really provocative topics and titles, which was very interesting. He mentioned that 85% of the time he focuses on the title of his videos. So all these titles right here, let's check out through some of his most popular videos. How to make 10K a month ASAP if I had to start again. Yeah, so all these titles, that's where majority of the time is being spent, which I thought was pretty interesting. I thought it was more in the content of the video, like really thinking things through. But that's basically it. And 5% thumbnail, so almost don't care about the thumbnail whatsoever. And 10% of the time on the video quality, right? So pretty much like pressing record and going with the flow. That has been his kind of secret to success, really producing those raw videos that drive that authentic attention, And then in the description, he'll have links to his business or kind of a video sales letter with an opportunity to book a call. Like, right, that's essentially the whole funnel. So the strategy is traffic, either paid ads, organic, to VSL, producing a sales call, and then closing the clients on your products and services, delivering amazing results, and the word of mouth will kick in and drive your business forward. Sales and offer structure. This is very important because one of the things that William said is that really the only reason why he's still in business and why his business is successful and it works is because of the high pricing. It solves so many problems, and that's personally what I've experienced in our business too. It's essentially like high ticket recurring paid ads and funnels. And the advantage there is like when you charge higher amounts, you can hire the best people, you can hire the best kind of talent. You can do so much more with that money, and you can deliver the best results as well. So one of his structures or his pricing structures is he's got the $12 book. Then after, if people buy the book, they've got like a $297. I think this is the CRM automation, or it's like a mini course, which is $297. And then he's got a 5K offer and a 10K offer. So these two offers is both coaching and mastermind. So the coaching is 5K is for the group, and 10K is one-on-one with WhatsApp support, right? And then the mastermind, the 5K is the 1 day, and 10K is the 3-day event. And then they've got a 15K done for you offer, which I was pretty impressed by. So 15K a month, that's the 15K offer. And then he's got a 85K exit strategy offer where they help you sell the business as well, right? So high prices acts as a filter to bring in serious and quality clients, which I've personally also encountered a lot in our agency. If you sign those $500,000 a month clients, they're always the biggest nightmare. They ask a lot of questions, they're never satisfied. When clients pay a little bit more, you can deliver more, you can give them better results. They spend more on ads as well, and they're like the best clients to work with. Then what I thought was an awesome strategy to upsell or actually create a mastermind offer, which is something I'm quite interested about doing in an exotic location like Bali, or we've got many beautiful places here in Australia. But essentially, if you've got an email list or you've got already a bunch of clients, you can send them this email template down that is in the description down below, offering this exclusive opportunity. And the whole goal is to kind of like see if people are even interested to begin with, right? So they're reserving the spot to begin with without any down payment, but that's how you potentially can upsell all of your current clients or the email list that you already have with a mastermind. So I've noted this one down, and this is a very cool kind of structure and email template that you can use for yourself. So we've covered traffic, we've covered how to convert that traffic into a book call, which is through a video sales funnel, essentially having a video and offering a book call on a single page. And then we've got a sales process. As mentioned before as well, they do a lot of follow-up with looms, right? So if you follow or like a post, straight away you get a loom video with an opportunity to book a call, right? So that's the whole appointment setting process. And then from a sales perspective, just having a very general call, see if you can help a person or not, and then making the offer. It's really as simple as it is. But because a lot of the appointments come from organic marketing through the YouTube channel, they're almost like half pre-solved, right? They have consumed a lot of your content, long form videos, and that's the audience that you really want. That's personally the value that I've seen as well, and for our own agency, people that have consumed content from you before they hop on a call. It's a very powerful experience. So you don't have to do anything crazy on the sales call, because a lot of the content has done the heavy lifting for you, right? So one thing that I guess, like from a technical aspect, they moved away from Stripe, as that created like a few as they've got like banned with, or like Stripe got blocked out of the sudden. So that was like a weird thing that they've experienced in the business. So they do direct wires on the call, which I thought was pretty cool, because we're using Stripe ourselves. We personally haven't had any issues, but they take the it's like a wire, right? So that's what I've learned from the sales process as well. Another thing I learned was about tax. So I've met Jamie Robbins during the mastermind. He was one of the attendees. He recently blew up on YouTube sharing his story, how he locked himself up until he made $1 million. So feel free to check out this video. It's very inspiring, very well edited. He's like a vetted video editor and filmmaker himself. So it's a very, very high quality video. And what he recommended is basically having residency in Dubai, 0% personal income tax. And then he has a company in Wyoming, which helps with the reducing tax for the company structure. Like, I'm not a tax specialist or accountant or anything, you know, look these things up for yourself, but that's a tax and company structure that I learned that could benefit us in the future. Then the last thing as well is around focus, right? It's so easy to get distracted in today's world with so much content, so many different strategies. One of the last things that kind of like William recommended is every single time you've got a bottleneck or you get stuck, just think for yourself and really try to identify, okay, like, what is the problem? What is the number one priority that I need to solve right now in order to propel my business or propel my life forward? This is a very powerful one, which personally helped me a lot as well. Hope you've learned a lot throughout the video already. I will leave this document in the description for you to check out. There's, in the upcoming weeks and months, a lot of valuable content coming on the channel, so you know what to do. And as you've stayed all the way till the end, I will give you a bonus, which is an exclusive interview with William Brown. And thank you so much for the mastermind, first of all. So much knowledge that you've dropped, like, it's absolutely amazing. One of the things that I'm personally always really fascinated about is a person's life journey up till the point that they become super successful. Right now you live in Dubai, you make a lot of money, it's like close to 100% profit margin, right? So you live a very frugal, very amazing life. How did you get started, and what was your journey like?
Well, firstly, I may live in Bali soon instead of Dubai, which is quite exciting, but man, the way that I got started was kind of without knowing it. So when I was younger, I used to skateboard, and I took it upon myself to, instead of just doing it, make skateboard videos. I would film them, edit them, design the cover art, and try and sell them. Then I got into graffiti, and instead of just doing it, I started a graffiti magazine. Designed it, wrote it, made it, and tried to sell it. Then I got into music. I don't know whether you know this, but I used to be like a
You were a DJ, right? What music were you playing?
Oh, just club music, essentially. But again, instead of just doing it, I took it upon myself to like make records and try and get signed, which I did, and sell products and make it a career, right? So this is like a running theme in my life where I take something that I love and I productize it and make it a business. So you could say that I've been an entrepreneur since I was very, very young. And the same thing happened with my last e-learning company, the one that I sold last year. So I used to be a professional trader. I made it into an education company, scaled it to $16.4 million, then exited to private equity. And then the same again now. You know, I took the business knowledge and I've turned it into what I do now. So the journey has been one of just slowly fumbling around and testing.
It's gone through so many interesting transitions, like from skateboarding to DJ. And one of the things that you talk about is intention as well, setting intention for the right business model and kind of what you want out of life. Because you were a DJ and one of your intentions was just to travel around the world and play the music, but you were broke, right? Like that was kind of the story.
Yeah.
So really the intention behind what it is that you do is incredibly important, right?
Well, yeah, it is, because if you don't have intention, it's like being in a car with no end destination. You can drive around, but you're not going to really get anywhere. You know. But when you have an intention, when you have a plan, you know where you're going. You know why you're going there. You know roughly when you'd like to get there. You know the reasons for why you want to get there. You know, and it just drives you more when you've got that focus, because that's what it is. It's just focus. You know, a lot of people don't have focus. The people who do have focus get there faster and are more successful. You know.
And what I love about your journey as well is like you live in Dubai, which is very lucrative, right? Like it's pretty much like no tax is what you're paying. It's all info. Your business model is pretty much running at like what, 90-95% profit.
About 88% right now.
And I find it incredible because we work with companies 5, 10, sometimes even more million a year, and they're making like less profit than you're doing, and you're doing it with very lean team.
Yeah.
So I think that's super inspirational, and now you're potentially moving to Bali, which is just this amazing place. And lastly, I wanna. You mentioned about your mission statement. Could you share that one? Because I thought it was very powerful.
Yeah, for sure. So the mission for the most part right now is make money, have fun, and help people. Right. And after I sold my last company, I remember I was sitting in my apartment one day, and I was actually pacing around the apartment, just thinking, why am I still doing this? Why don't I just like retire and go to Bali and stop working so hard? And I was thinking to myself, like, what do I want? And I thought, well, I want more money, I want to build more wealth, so make money. I want to have fun. My last business was quite difficult, quite stressful. It was a bit of a mission. It was fun at parts, but by the end it wasn't. And I thought, I want to have fun like we are doing today. So make money, have fun. And I just thought, if I'm not helping people, it's all for nothing. It's just a useless, miserable existence. Because human beings, it sounds weird, but we make the world what it is. We make each other's lives what it is. We can work together to make things bigger and better and help each other. So I thought, right, well, that's the mission statement then. Make money, have fun, and help people. And when I'm doing those three things, I just feel fucking great.
I think that's really the secret as well. I've had those journeys as well where like you kind of get stuck and you realize like, wow, like what I'm doing it's just not really worth it.
Yeah.
And I think that's an understatement in the coaching, consulting, any business space. Is like you need to enjoy the process and you need to have fulfillment out of it.
Agreed.
Thank you so much for sharing your journey. I really appreciate it, and thank you so much for the mastermind.
Pleasure, man. Pleasure.